a great day, isn't it? Are you enjoying yourself?
Yeah, we're having a fabulous time, a nice family holiday.
It's lovely. What's your name, sorry?
Jane.
Jane, and where are you from then, Jane?
Just near Bingley, so only around the corner.
Oh well, absolutely. I was going to say Five Rise Locks. It's on your back doorstep, isn't it?
It is, yeah. Right.
So how far are you going today?
We're going up to Gargrave, and then we're going to have a picnic in Gargrave, and then we've got a meal booked in a local pub tonight for tea.
Very good.
And then heading back down tomorrow.
Is that the Anchor Inn by any chance?
It's not. We're going to, I've just asked her what it is, and I can't now remember again. It's gone from my head. I can't remember.
Okay, I was going to say...
Mason's Arms.
Oh yeah, that's a nice pub.
Yeah.
I went to the Anchor Inn the other night while I was walking past. Actually, I've got a little bit further than this, but I've come back and now walk.
Yeah.
My van is parked over there. That's the system.
Right.
But I went for a meal there, and I had a piece of fish, and it was absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
And being from Hull, I know my fish. I mean, it was absolutely amazing.
We have eaten at the Anchor before, and it is really lovely.
Yes.
When we were trying to book in advance for the COVID thing, because there's 8 of us, so we wanted to make sure we could get tables and that people were happy to take 8.
Yes.
We were struggling to make a pre-booking at the Anchor. I think they hadn't quite got set up with their online bookings.
No,
so
I
it was from that,
as well.
really.
Yeah,
but we might walk in and have a bit of lunch today if they're open, because it is lovely.
Oh, they will be open.
Yeah,
they will be. He had a strange barman though. I was very aware. He was acting as if he owned the place. He was quite.
Maybe he does.
He wasn't, but I didn't like him.
Okay.
Okay, but anyway, apart from that, the food and the girls and the service is very good, and the food is absolutely brilliant.
Excellent. A young man like you shouldn't be interested in the girls.
Well, the waitress is. In actual fact, the manageress of the place must have been about 22. She looked like one of the Spice Girls.
Oh, fantastic. What a bonus.
Nice to meet you, Jen.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Have a good holiday.
Good trip, thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye now.
Bye-bye now.
Good afternoon. It's Saturday, August the 8th, and I set off from Gargrave, the Eshton Road lock, about 20 minutes ago or something like that, and I parked my van just around the corner from the lock, and I met some wonderful people already. Everybody seems to be in a very good mood because it's such a wonderful day. Hot sunshine, but it's lovely walking through these wooded areas, and I'm making my way up as far as I can get, which will enable me to get a bus back. And the place I've got in mind is a place called East Marton, and there they've got what they call a double arch bridge. That's one bridge built on top of the other, and that's my hopeful destination. And from there, that's the A59, I should be able to get a bus back to either Skipton or Gargrave, one or the other. And I've got all day to do it. It's only just after midday. Yesterday I had a project, and I joined my friend Eddie, who I met near just outside of Five Rise Locks, and you might remember he was a sign writer, and he said to me, well, come and have a look at this experience with me in Burnley, where there's a dry dock which is owned by a couple of very nice people, and to see how it works. And so I put that film on yesterday, and I hope you enjoyed it. And the situation is really that Brian, the very nice chap who runs the place, is almost like a a one-man band, and his partner sadly died not long ago and is putting the business up for sale. So if you're a potential owner of a dry dock, I can recommend that you have a look and get yourself to Burnley and have a good look. Very nice people, and you all know, you're all in the, you wouldn't be watching this if you didn't like narrowboats. If you want to be a potential owner, go and have a look. They're very nice people. I can recommend it. So I'm just approaching now Anchor Lock, which is at the sort of south end of Gargrave, and this brings back so many memories to me. And I came here the other night and parked on the car park, and as I always do, I went in and asked permission and said, look, doing this walk, I've got my camper van, if I come and have a really nice meal and a few beers and all that kind of stuff, can I park for free? Yes, of course. And so that's exactly what I did. And I've just reached now Anchor Lock. Well, for all you observant people out there, you might recognise these people. This is Tony and Jeanette, who are on the all-electric boat, Mr. Blue Sky. And so I passed that about, what, a mile or two behind?
Yeah.
So you've just been for a nice walk?
Yes.
So, it's a beautiful day today. Has everything gone all right for you since I saw you last?
Yeah, we finally got a mooring.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, some of it was quite shallow, so we had to carry on, and we went through the next two locks. But yeah,
right.
We've got a lovely mooring now. So
oh, well,
we're
that's
going to
brilliant.
stay there for a few days.
So are you going to be driving up the canal today then?
No, tomorrow.
Tomorrow. I was going to say there's a hell of a lot of day boats probably all going back to the depot or whatever it is, wherever they came from. I know there's loads of them coming this way. But oh, it's nice to see you again. I got a little surprise job yesterday. A friend, he's a sign writer, and I met him at Five Rise Locks. He says, would you come with me to Burnley? He said there's a dry dock there, and the guy's selling it, kind of thing, and he wants you to do a little bit of a video. I found it most interesting. They showed taking some boats out and bringing some boats in and all the rest of it, and the repairs. And it was great. So it was just like a day off for me, even though it was like a busman's holiday. Truly enjoyed it. But I'm going to try and make it to Barnoldswick today, which is about 7 miles something from. So
well done.
I should be okay. I mean, I'll settle with plenty of time. And the reason being, there's the A59 there at the double arch bridge, and you can get a bus back to Skipton dead easy.
Ah, right, okay.
So the logistics, it's really. So I want to say push myself. My knees feel much better today, which is really nice.
Yeah, good.
Well, it's nice to see you both
And
again.
you.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I might see you later on.
Yes, you might do, yeah. We're heading that way eventually.
Yeah,
so.
well, I'll see you in the walk somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay.
Enjoy.
Simon's
Bye.
name is
Colin Patterson.
Colin,
I'm Bill.
Bill,
Yeah, I'm Jason.
Jason,
Dom.
and Dom.
Yeah.
Now, are you off to the pub then? Is that the idea?
Teetotal in lockdown.
Teetotal.
Just been treated to our breakfast by Mr. Patterson
Yeah.
at the end here,
Yeah.
and taking in a bit of fresh air.
Going to see the local village.
So where are you actually walking to?
We're just doing a circular walk.
A
I live in the
circular.
village, so
All right. I was going to say there's a really nice pub. I'm heading down to East Marton. There's a really nice pub there. Yeah, and you can
Crosskeys.
you can
There's
yeah,
also a lovely
Bridge.
there's
the double arch.
Abbott's Harbour.
there's Abbott's Harbour Cafe.
Yeah.
They do a fantastic bacon sandwich,
Yeah.
and there's a double bridge there.
That's right. The reason I'm going there is the A59. You can get a bus from there to Skipton. I've left my camper van in Gargrave, so it's only about a 7-8 mile walk. It's
Yeah,
not far.
it's nice.
I'm just taking it easy, you know. And
Just a 7 or 8.
so, no, seriously. On that coastal path walk, I was doing 15 and 20 every day.
Yeah.
But you know, but it's been very nice to meet you guys.
you too,
Yeah. I think that this is what they call a changeover bridge, where the horse needs to go to the other side and the towpath continues down the other side. I might be right, I might be wrong, but I'd like to thank my friend Sue Epton who told me this, who is one of my viewers, and I hope I got it right, Sue. Now let me show you this. It's so hot here, and this is a tarmac road. If I put my foot down like this, you might notice I've got my shorts on today, and just do that, and look, stick to the road. That's how hot it is. It's incredible. Look at that. That's how hot it is here. Would you believe it? So this is Roland and Vicky, and they've got a couple of wonderful dogs with them as well, and they're just sitting out here. And you actually live on your boat then, Roland, and you was telling me about the problems you had over like COVID. What happened there then?
Everyone's locked down and nobody can move.
Yes.
Basically, you're in an area and that's it.
Yes.
Obviously, you still need access to facilities the same as everybody in a house.
Yes.
But, and water and fuel
Yes.
for heating more than anything.
Yes.
But everything's available within a reasonable distance from where we are now. So,
Yes.
yeah, it's quite.
Oh well, that's
Don't live
good.
aboard just yet.
We don't live aboard full time now.
Oh,
We're
right.
retiring in a year and a half.
Oh right. Oh well, that's good. That's good.
So,
Because it's I mean it's it's such a growing industry, isn't it? The boating business, and I know everything's been affected pretty badly by COVID, but they all seem to be, everything seems to be coming back to life slowly now, doesn't it?
I think the boating industry in general, with people liveaboards, especially in London, there is a big issue at the moment.
Yes.
Because it is a more economical lifestyle
Yes.
for students and other people with low income.
Yes.
But there is a lack of decent moons, I think, around the London area. And it is very difficult to get through London nowadays because of the lack of moons.
Yes.
But they could use a lot more areas. There's things like Teesside on the River Tees has some nice big dock areas
Yes.
which they could use for students.
Yeah,
With
absolutely.
boats and things like that. So
Yeah, yeah.
potentially in Britain, I think, on a whole,
Yeah.
with this housing
Yeah.
shortage,
Yeah.
don't just keep building, don't think we've got to keep building big houses.
On the land.
There
No,
is
I agree.
alternatives
Yes,
without
I agree.
using up the land.
Yes, I agree with you entirely. I walked through Middlesbrough and over the Transporter Bridge.
Yes.
You know, on to Hartlepool that way. That was quite interesting. The history of that. You know, it's been there all those years. It was built to last 40 years, and that was 100 years ago.
Oh yes, yes.
You know,
There's some lovely bridges
She's had a
on
big
there, isn't there?
refurbishment.
There's 4 million rivets in it apparently. Because the guy was, you know, the guy who runs the place was telling me
About
the whole thing. Now, what about these dogs? These are absolutely fabulous dogs. I mean, they're happy on board and everything.
Oh yes, they love it down here. We've had Morgan the longest, the standard poodle.
Yeah.
He took a little while to get used to going down into the boat because he's so big.
Yeah.
But it's all she's ever known because we brought her from being, well, we were still
A baby sort of.
training her. We were still house training her when we first brought her.
Yeah.
And they love it. They love the fact that they can just get off the boat
And have a
run
walk
up and down
around.
the towpath.
Yeah. That's wonderful.
It's good for socialising as well, isn't it, with the dogs? You know?
Oh yeah. I could do this quite easily. You're a good boy now. You love me now, don't you? You hated me at first, and you love me.
She's just very wary of men.
Yeah.
And we don't know why.
Yeah.
She's scared of her own shadow, that one. But she seems to get confidence from him. If you noticed,
Yes.
he came up to see you.
Yeah, and so she
and then
knows
it was
that,
all right,
you
so
know.
she came up to see you as well. Yeah, she's just finding her feet. She's only 2.5, so still a pup, really.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's getting on a bit.
Lovely. Well, it's been a pleasure meeting you.
I do.
I just hope that this is going to be okay because there's 1 or 2 little gusts there that can interfere with the sound. So, you know, I'll get what I can out
You
of
need
this.
one of them big fluffy things.
I know. It's the number of things I carry with me that you need. You know. But lovely to meet you.
And you.
Thank you very much.
Enjoy
I'll give
taking
I'll
you
give you a
home.
card as well, so you can have a look if you want to.
I will do, yes.
Thank
yes.
you. So I've just met Deborah, and here I am at
Where are we? Newton Bank, are we?
Newton
Somewhere
Bank.
like that.
Yes.
Bank Newton or
Is
something
this the
like
Mike Clark look? I think it is. Yes.
Oh.
My daughter bought me for birthday a book by Mike Clark, and it's absolutely brilliant.
Oh, is he?
I can recommend it. It's,
No, I've never heard of him, except for this lock.
Well,
Oh, well, I'll have a look. So
well,
he's like the kind of Wainwright of the canals, is he?
yes, and he's put all of his life into the work that's been done to restore this canal more or less to its original state, and he's like the god of of the canal.
Oh.
And I can thoroughly recommend if you.
I will.
There's several good books, and there's well, there are lots of good books anyway. So whereabouts do you live?
I live in London,
Yes.
but I'm up staying in Gargrave for the weekend.
Yes.
And I come up here quite a lot,
Yes.
more and more actually. after lockdown, I'm sick to death of London, so
Oh, I can
it's quite
imagine.
nice to get out.
Well, yes, absolutely. But yeah, Gargrave's a nice place. It's
It
just
is.
a shame that I know the story behind the pub in the middle that the landlord burnt down,
I
and it's
know.
causing such massive traffic problems.
Well, it's
because of
always
the
been a
scaffolding.
problem for the village that they have that big road all the way through it.
Yes,
but
it is.
No, I mean, poor man. I mean, he must have been in
Well,
a terrible state.
Well, yes, he's in hospital at the moment.
Yeah.
Apparently, you know, I've only picked up bits and pieces.
Well,
but
do you
yeah.
know, the funny thing is, I went to see some relatives who live right over the other side in Leyland, and they'd heard about the story
Yes.
of the pub in Gargrave of the Old Swan.
Yes.
It's like, goodness me, doesn't news travel fast? You
I know, but I've got to be honest. We sailed this canal in 2017, and I went in there for a pint on my own, and it was the most depressing pub I've ever been in.
I agree.
Nobody wanted to talk. Everybody was sat at the bar like as if it was COVID. They're all 6 feet apart, and nobody was talking
Don't you know,
to
it's
each
funny
other.
you should say that, because where's she gone? Where's
She's
the
been
dog?
right behind you.
Oh, there she is, yeah, of course. Yeah, no, I've been in that pub, and it hasn't been particularly friendly, but I think they were doing a big refurb. You know, they were
Right.
trying to kind of open it up a bit, because it's a great location and it has a garden.
Yes.
But I think I've probably, in all the years I've been coming up here, I've been in it twice and never really,
Never did.
never felt attached to it.
I just had one pint and went, and I said to the barman, I said, "You're really missing atmosphere, aren't you? You know, not very talkative people. You know, I'm a Yorkshireman, and we all like a natter and a talk about where you're from and where you're going."
It's got big rooms, hasn't it?
Yes.
They maybe need to kind of figure
Yeah,
out a
that's
way
right.
of making
Yeah.
it feel a bit more
Yeah.
cosy. And
Yes. Well, that's very, very nice to meet you.
Very nice to meet you, Jim.
yeah,
Good luck with your walk. How
yeah.
much longer are you going to do today?
Well, I mean, if you think about it this way, but based on what I've been doing in the past when I've been walking around Britain, I've been doing more or less an average of about 15 to 20 a day. At the moment, if I was to think about it sensibly, it's 127 miles from Leeds to Liverpool. So if you could do that in 10 days at 12 miles a day, you know, or you could do it quite comfortably in 10 days. But I'm only doing 5 or 6 or whatever I feel like. But I've met so many interesting...
particularly if your knees are playing up a bit.
They're okay now.
Yeah, good.
It's taken 7 days for me to feel comfortable to say, right, I can walk 15, 20 miles now. Because my general fitness is pretty good.
Yeah.
And whilst I was on that walk around Great Britain, I got right down to 11 stone. I was wearing size 30 jeans, which I'd never worn since I was a teenager. And I've hardly put any weight back on.
That's
You know, I've
brilliant.
put a bit, I like a pint. But
Well,
you
who
know,
doesn't?
in
And a
terms,
pie.
well, yeah, in terms of general fitness, I'm
Yeah,
fine,
that's
and
great.
all of a sudden it's kind of proved itself again, you know. So I'm dead happy. But it's been a lovely. I don't really want to shake hands with me. I think we're going to be all
Of
right.
course I'll shake hands with
Lov-
you. And good
lovely
luck
to
with
meet
it. I will be following you on YouTube.
And send me a message. And
I
say
will
hello.
do, absolutely. I'll keep tabs on you now.
Where is she? Come on,
Tilly
Tilly,
Mint.
come on,
Tilly Mint.
come and say bye bye. Come and say bye bye. You're a lovely girl, aren't you? Hey, you're beautiful. You're beautiful. Thank you very much
Oh,
indeed.
lovely to meet you, Jim.
Bye now.
Good luck with it.
Bye bye. Well, here's 3 seasoned walkers that I've just come across with, and they've got the poles and they're all rigged up and they look like professional walkers. And your name is?
Stephen.
Stephen?
John.
John?
Pauline.
And Pauline. So what are you doing today, Pauline?
Well, we've walked the Pennine Way from Gargrave to East Marton.
Yes.
And now we're following the canal back to Gargrave, about 9 miles.
Oh, that's fantastic. You're going to get the Bank Newton locks just at the right time.
That's right, yes.
There was been a procession of boats, mainly day hire boats and all this kind of stuff, but it seems to have calmed down a little bit now. Maybe it's getting barbecue time or
Possibly.
something. But it's been a fantastic walk, this. Do you walk the canal regularly?
We do all sorts of walking. We regularly walk between 1,500 and 2,000 miles a year.
Yes.
Because
aim
we're
at
retired and we've plenty of time.
We
Oh, right.
We do the 1,000 miles a year challenge, and we do the Everest Anywhere challenge.
Really? Oh, so you're seasoned professionals, aren't you?
Well, we have a holiday home in Cumbria, so that's where we get the
If
Everest.
you want to be on YouTube, join in. If not, come past.
These people won't want to be on YouTube. Shall we just let them through? We shouldn't hold you up. I'm sorry.
We're just having a walking chat.
Have a pleasant ride.
Enjoy your day.
Yeah. But it's very nice to meet other walkers, and we're obviously like-minded people. And
Yes.
if you look on these cards, you'll see the number of people I've met on the Pembrokeshire Coastal Path walk from like Australia and New Zealand, Japan, you name it. And I made some really good friends of the Welsh people because they were such wonderful people.
Okay.
And I could recommend the Pembrokeshire Coast Path to you.
Excellent.
Right.
Well, John and I have done quite a bit abroad with.
Yes. So off you go, sir.
Right, cheers.
We're in it's a funny position. I've been sat here for about 20 minutes and I haven't seen a soul, and then all of a sudden I'm all over.
A bit like buses.
like buses,
They come at once.
That's it, yeah.
We've just taken up the high altitude walking with Exodus, the walking company.
Really?
So we walked in the Dolomites, did a little bit of the Via Ferrata at the end in the Dolomites. We did the Tatras Mountains on the Czech-Polish border last year.
Wow.
We've done the Lyceum Way in Turkey, including a wild camp with wolves. Got into
Fantastic.
it a bit late in life, but unfortunately we can't do the Alps this year. We're going to do the Alps, but we've had to pass that because of the restrictions. But
Right.
yeah, a little late in life, but we've taken that, and it's
Absolutely.
fantastic.
Well,
yeah.
if you don't mind me saying personally, and don't let me offend you, but you do look in extremely good nick
Thank you. For the age.
for your age. Well, go on. I mean, I don't usually ask ladies how old they are. Are you going to?
I'm past the big 7-0.
Good for you.
I'm a granny.
I'm 72.
Oh,
Yeah.
that,
I was-
exactly.
72 a fortnight
I've
ago.
just gone
Yeah.
72, so we're nearly twins.
Yes.
Yes.
Are you a Leo as well?
I am.
Well, there you go. You see, I thought
Yes.
I knew there was a magic.
The magnetic link.
Well, it's been lovely speaking to you all,
Okay,
and have a nice day. Where are you staying tonight then?
Well, we're going back home, I think.
Oh, right. Where's home?
Well,
We're in Baildon.
Right,
West
Baildon,
Yorkshire.
yes.
Outside of
I'm in
Bradford.
Bradford.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But then we're off to Cumbria again to our holiday home up there on Tuesday.
Well, that's very nice.
Yes.
Well, it's been an absolute pleasure meeting you,
Okay.
and thank you very much. And,
Okay.
Thank you, and
Good to see you.
enjoy the rest of Europe.
thank you very much
Thank you.
indeed.
Thank you.
You're lovely people. Thank you very much.
Probably won't get to Liverpool tonight. but
No, well, I set out with this thinking I'm going to take all of August to do it, and I am actually.
Yeah, fair enough. Enjoy
I'm
the
not in a
rest.
rush. I've got
No.
plenty of time.
Absolutely.
And it's just to get fit again, really.
Yeah.
And it's surprising. It takes a long time to get extremely fit, but you soon lose
You
it.
soon lose
Oh,
it.
yeah.
That's
And
what we're
especially
in
at
about
our
with
age with my
Dolomites.
knees, you know. That's okay. Sorry. Heck, well, she's got a nice parasol look. But no, you've got to keep on the move. And during
you do.
lockdown, I was in two positions. I rented this house, and there was no furniture, and all there was in there was my sleeping bag and my computers. So consequently, I was either in my sleeping bag with my legs together, because it's one of those mummy ones.
Oh, yes.
It's very good, and you couldn't stretch your legs out. Or I was sat on my office chair on my computer, and that was basically the two positions I had for 3 months.
That's why your knees are seized
Yeah,
up.
so that's why I need to do.
yeah, you need to get your legs moving again.
Yeah.
Come and visit
Yeah.
Cumbria. We've got the fells up there.
Yeah, I've got memories of Cumbria walking down when I did. I walked from Carlisle actually, all the way. Hello.
Thank you.
I walked all the way down from Carlisle, right down to Anglesey and around Anglesey without a drop of rain.
Oh,
This was in I think it was in May 2018.
Yes.
And what a fabulous walk that was,
Yes.
and through Liverpool and North Wales
Yeah.
and all the rest of
Yeah,
it.
following the
I was
coastline,
knocked out with
fabulous.
Anglesey. That Anglesey is a lovely
Oh,
walk,
it's beautiful.
Yes.
if you consider
Yes,
it. It's about
is.
120 miles round, but
Yeah.
Yes.
you know, and again, the people are dead friendly.
Yes.
And lots of people have told me that it's different on the coast to what it is in the towns. And a lot of them are still Welsh speaking, but nevertheless, I had a great time with the people from Anglesey. It was lovely.
It's like
Yes.
on Sky.
Yes.
You might know where you are on the map, but you can't tell anybody else where you are.
No, absolutely. Look at all those swans, don't look gorgeous. Yeah. Okay, nice to see you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, you're welcome.
Thank you.
And check me out and send me a message if you will.
Will do.
That'll be
Thank
very
you.
nice.
Yes,
Thank
will
you.
do.
Bye-bye now. This is Paul, and Paul, I can see you're very busy rebuilding this wall. I assume you work for the Canal and River Trust. You do. I can see that. So this is a big job. What's happened here? Is it subsiding?
Yes, basically either water out of the canal or bad drainage in the field
Yes.
causes the foundations to not be as strong as they should be, and
Yes.
because it's quite a heavy wall here on the side of an embankment,
Yes.
the whole lot disappears down the embankment.
And there's always a danger, I guess, of if it is leaking from here underneath, of that becoming a sudden. You could empty the canal, couldn't it?
We could have a breach. If you go further down towards East Marton, you'll see that they've actually put some piles in there
Right.
to save it in some places.
Yes.
And really that's what it needs, quite a lot.
Yes.
Or you've got to drain the canal
Yes.
and redo the clay work.
The consequences are pretty bad, aren't they? Really?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, but you know, we tend to get quite a lot of water in Yorkshire, so
I know.
generally
Yeah.
it fills up in the winter, but
Yes.
you don't want it all to leak out.
This is Dave, and he's got this wonderful boat behind him, and it's called Little Wing. Apart from the fact that I'm a Jimi Hendrix fan, and I could sing you and play you. I'm a guitarist. I used to be in a band in Bulgaria. I could sing and play Little Wing for you. And the last time I came along here in a canal boat was in 2017, and we were at East Marton, and we were actually parked behind them. And if you check those films, that film that we made in 2017 is actually on. There's over 100,000 people watch that now. So your boat's been seen by 100,000 people at least as well. So check it out, Dave. You know, it's
will do.
and we went for a meal in the pub up the hill. It's quite a steep hill, and my father-in-law found
it's closed now.
It's closed.
It is, yeah. It closed before the lockdown. It went out of business, but
Really?
yeah, it's a shame.
Wow. But there's a guy up there told me there's a cafe in.
There's a little cafe called Abbott's Harbour, which is fantastic if you get
Yes.
a chance to go. But that's open Friday, Saturday, and Sunday between 10 and 4.
So what time is it now? Let me just check. Well, I've got half an hour. I might just get last orders in that case.
It's brilliant little place, lovely atmosphere in there. You will enjoy it.
Oh,
it's a little
right.
find, that place.
Oh well, I'll go and see if I can do it. It's less than half an hour to East Marton from here.
I would think if you get your foot down, you'll do it.
Right. Okay. Because the other thing is, I need to go back to Gargrave. I know the A59 that runs across the
Yes.
double bridge would
Yes.
take me on a bus to Skipton, but I want to get really to Gargrave. But the chap was just telling me, this guy who was building this wall, he said if you just further along here, there's like a spur that goes down onto the Pennine Way, and you can actually walk from here to Gargrave
Yes, you will be able to.
in about an hour.
Yes.
So we'll see how it goes, whichever way.
Yeah, that spur. If you go, let's have a think. Yeah, I think it's further over toward. You'll come to a bridge, and I think that spur is at that bridge.
Yes.
But the cafe is at the next bridge.
Oh, right.
So
Right.
you'll have to come back over on your
That'll be Langba Bridge then, will it?
I'm not sure what they call
Yeah,
it.
I think
Not sure what they call
because that's Langba Mast, the one you're referring to,
Right.
and I think the last one before you go into is Langba Bridge. I know that.
Oh right, yeah, I know more than me.
Well, it's been a pleasure meeting you, mate.
And you.
Yeah, and I'll shake your hand.
Thanks, Jim.
Even though I shouldn't. But it's very nice to meet you.
And you. Good
well,
luck.
this is Alan and Mel, who are just sitting out here in this gorgeous weather. It's been an absolutely beautiful day today, in front of their lovely boat, which is called Not Related, which is a play on words. So, are you enjoying yourself out here today? That's the main thing.
We are, it's lovely.
We're having a lovely time. We've got beautiful weather and we've got beautiful scenery.
Yes.
Great.
When you get weather like this, there's nothing better than the canal boat.
No, I understand that. That's great. How long have you had the boat?
6-7 years.
Yeah. And we've done quite a bit on the system as well. So, but this is our favourite spot up here.
Yes, it is a lovely part of the world, and the number of people I spoke to, please come on by. The number of people I spoke to say I'm going to walk the Leeds-Liverpool Canal, and I say, what do you want to do that for? You know, like two big industrial cities, one to the other, and you know they have this imagination that Yorkshire and Lancashire people are, I don't know what it is, but it's absolutely wrong, and this could be anywhere in the country, and it's as beautiful as anywhere in the country.
Yes, it is.
And the people are great. Everybody will say hello. I mean, one of the reasons why I'm not really putting too much time on walking, I'm actually talking to that many people and interviewing that many people, and the story comes out even more because they can learn for themselves what a pleasure it is, and they can hire a boat and they can see this absolutely wonderful scenery, and nothing else publicises it, if you understand.
No.
But on that site you'll find the reactions of the people, and it's been a really nice exercise to do, and apart from the fact that I can't walk Scotland anyway. I've just bumped into a couple of really nice people who are cyclists, and they're just here having a little bit of a breather. And your name is?
Leslie.
Leslie.
And I'm Nick.
And you're Nick. And where are you off to now then, Nick? I know you're just having a breather at the moment.
Yeah, we're just having a breather. We've been on a round trip from home all the way around Gargrave and back on the canal.
Yes.
And we're 2/3 of the way around.
Yes.
And so we're getting a bit tired now, to be honest, but we'll soon be there.
Yeah, you're very lucky to live in this part of the world though, with all these rides and everything. Do you do any walking as well?
Yes, I do walking with Nicky up the Lake District and round everywhere really.
Yeah. That's great.
Yeah.
And now that we've got this decent weather, even though it's just a short spell, it's been rather unsettled this summer, hasn't it really? It's never settled into a pattern. But we seem to have it now, even though the BBC seem to be predicting the weather 2 days late, so that's the way I'm feeling. You know what I mean?
Well, I've recently given up work, so I've got all the time in the world, and I can wait for a nice day. It's a lovely feeling.
Yeah, that's
and
lovely.
I've waited a long time for it, so
brilliant.
Just making the most of the sunshine when it comes, really.
Yeah, that's the way to do it. That's great. Well, it's keeping fit and all the rest. Do you have Fitbits and all this kind of stuff?
No, just take it as it comes.
Right, okay. Well, it's a great pleasure to meet you, and just nice to say hello.
Likewise, lovely to meet you.
Thank you.
All the best to you both.
Same to you.
Thank you very much. Okay, bye-bye now. Bye. Now, this is Gina, the furthest away from us.
That's right.
And this is Karen.
Hello.
Now, Karen, I'm just totally intrigued with what you're up to. Are you on a long distance mission here, or what are you doing?
Well, Gina, I'm come along with Gina. These paddle boats belong to Gina. Second time I've been out with her.
Yes.
So Gina's probably the expert of where we've pitched up and where we've sort of got going with, because you've done it a few times, haven't you?
Yes.
Brilliant.
But, we're a bit outdoorsy, and we've got a van park down there.
Yep.
We had an overnight in it, nothing fancy at all, just a couple of blow-up mattresses,
yes.
trucks in the back of a transit, and then our stand-up paddle boards, Bank Newton, all the way down to, I think it was West Marton.
Yes.
In the weather like this, amazing.
Brilliant.
It's beautiful.
I fell in as well, so that was my first. Saw some swans coming out of the bush, and I was stood up, and this is a bit more wobbly than that one, so I was a bit more unsteady.
Cooled you down though,
yeah, it did. It was good.
Because I met some people in Gargrave the day before yesterday. They were from Cleethorpes, which is more or less where I'm from. And they had a dog that they had on the front, and a box with all the belongings in, and they had the paddles and everything, and they were really interesting people. I just wondered, because I'd heard that there was someone like you too that were doing from Liverpool to Leeds, and I'm walking from Leeds to Liverpool. You see, so this is why I was interested really. And it's amazing the number of people who are actually walking or however they're doing it from Leeds to Liverpool. And you know.
How long will it take you?
Well, I've got no rush. I've got all the time in the world, and because my knees did seriously seize up, and they're getting better with each day. When I've just finished the 4,300 British coast path, and finished in John O'Groats last September. I had a 6-month break and bought a new van, and then I got locked up. Then I got into lockdown, so I need to get myself fit again, properly fit to walk 15-20 miles a day. At the moment I'm only doing small chunks, 6-7 miles, you know.
Brilliant.
And I'm thoroughly enjoying it, and the people I meet, and I've got a really good edit suite that's in my camper van. I've got a solar panel, and I can send it off to YouTube in minutes. That's the basic idea.
Amazing.
But you have a look at, you have a look and send me a message and say hello.
We will. Thank you.
And so are you just more or less doing this stretch of the canal then?
Just today.
Yeah.
We did Leeds Calverley, so we were down there.
Oh, right,
Leeds,
yes.
Liverpool.
Yeah.
So we got on at Rodley and went all the way up to Esholt.
Yes.
So that was the last time.
Really nice.
Beautiful countryside.
But
there
isn't it amazing that as soon as you've passed Kirkstall Abbey, you're in countryside like this?
Yeah.
You know, that kind of Leeds part.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got to be honest, I'm from Hull, and so I was never keen on Leeds. And apart from the fact that Leeds United have gone up this year and Hull City have gone down, I hate them, to be honest.
Yeah.
But I'm saying that tongue in cheek, obviously. But it did surprise me, and the number of people who said to me, "Why are you walking from Leeds to Liverpool? That sounds awful." But this is the way to do it, and the people are absolutely tremendous. It
is. It's
I love
amazing.
meeting people like you two who are doing something completely different.
Well, you meet everybody on the canal, and that's the interesting thing. And like you say, everybody's got a story to tell. I stop and talk to everybody, don't I? It takes so long.
Yeah.
Find out loads of information.
Making loads of new friends. It's amazing. It's a permanent holiday, isn't it?
It is, and I've been doing this for 2.5 years now.
Amazing.
And when I finish this, I'll probably do Northern Ireland.
Yeah, I love it.
And that's it really. And I've got to wait now until next March to start again to do the Scottish section, because it's 700 miles. Now we work this out. If 700 miles. If you walk 10 miles a day, it takes 70 days.
Yeah.
And I want to be 10 miles a day fit, where you can do it day after day after day.
Yeah.
And the reason for that is because you won't get the mozzies, and you won't get the horseflies, you won't get the kids.
Yeah.
And they don't come out on holiday for school holiday till July, by which time I'll have finished.
Yeah, brilliant.
And the main reason is I wouldn't want to project Scotland in the way it is now, with Nicola Sturgeon in charge, and also I walked up the east coast last year, all the way from Berwick all the way to John O'Groats, and you couldn't wish to meet a more fantastic people. They really are nice. I found the same with Wales, dead friendly.
Yes.
And I wouldn't want to project Scottish people in the way that it would be at the moment, because they're still in serious lockdown.
Yeah, they are.
And then you're going to get everybody, the pubs are going to be full, the campsites are going to be full.
Yeah, good.
It's going to be chaos.
Right.
So that's my idea. So I need to get fit really for winter, would you believe?
Yeah.
Because if I went another 3 months without any walking, I probably wouldn't be able to walk at all. I'm 72, and so that's the way I'm planning it.
Go on, brilliant,
What's your name?
inspiring.
Jim. It's on the card that I gave.
Oh, lovely.
Got it here.
If you read Treasure Island,
Jim's Coastal Passport.
it's Jim Hawkins, as in Treasure Island. Jim lad. Do you remember Long John Silver? That's the one.
And by the Danube.
Yeah, I lived in Bulgaria for 8 years. And,
Brilliant.
yeah,
I
yeah.
did the romantic Danube with my grandmother.
Really?
A tour, yeah, on the boats actually, and that was really lovely as well. The Danube. I do like a bit of travelling.
It was fantastic, the Danube.
Yeah,
we lived about 200 yards away, and it was like about a mile wide, and it's going past at 8 knots.
Yeah.
And you get these barges that are probably 300-400 feet long, and because it's against the tide. It used to take them 2 weeks to get to Belgrade, but it would take them about 4 days to get back.
Really?
With the tide, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, you've got to be seeing the Danube. But you know, anyway, ladies, best of luck to you. Nice to meet you. Yeah. Okay.
See
Bye
you
now.
later, Jim.
Bye. Bye. So this is Brian and Sheila, who are the proud owners of Interior. Is that right?
Inertia.
Sorry, I can't quite read it from you. So. And I know we've talked about the boat, and you know, I've just done some shots of it. It's absolutely fantastic. I've never seen anything like that before, and you must be very proud of it. And so, what are your plans at the moment? Are you just staying here for a while, for a few days, or?
Yeah, we'll be here for a few days, and then we're going to do a bit more cruising.
Yes.
And just stay out for the summer and head back to our moorings for October time, very probably.
Yes. Well, that seems a good idea, doesn't it?
Yeah, and then next year, never mind the coronavirus, we're off in March, and we're just going to set off no matter what the situation is.
Yes. And you were talking about wanting to go down south, do
Yes,
yeah.
we're heading for the...
We'll go head for the Kennet and Avon.
Yeah.
Yes, that's nice. I don't know whether you watch all these videos that are on... have you seen these guys... Fox... What is it? Fox... it's a couple of gay guys. They've got a programme on, and it's absolutely Fox is afloat. They call it, and it really is good. And he I mean, it's unfortunate, but brilliant video producer. You can't fault it. And he had a. Sorry, my name when I've been walking all days. Flying camera, you know, a drone. And it crashed into the canal the other day, and that's the end of it. But some of the early things that he did, the one he did particularly of the Leeds Liverpool, you can find it. Hello. It was absolutely fantastic. I've got to say.
I'll look out for that.
I mean, it's very good, and it's not for me to. I'm not homophobic in any way, but they're just a little bit too camp for me, to be honest with you.
Right.
But I do like the work that they do and the information that they give, and they're very well versed and very professional.
Yeah.
But you might enjoy it. It's quite interesting, and they do come up with some interesting facts and figures and stuff like that. But look, I want to say thank you very much indeed, Sheila, for your hospitality.
Yes, you're very welcome.
And just to tell the viewers, I came across here and said, would you mind topping my water up for me? They give me the nicest cup of tea I've ever had. And great
Yorkshire tea.
Yorkshire tea, there you are. And there's some biscuits which I didn't have. I'll have one.
Oh, they were Welsh.
And they've given me all the details of how to get back, whether I walk from here back to Gargrave or the buses. And I've just realised I'm looking at the canal in the background, so it goes round in a big loop. And
It
I know
goes round in 3 loops.
this is Langba Mast, isn't it? You can see it from all sorts of directions, and there it is. And I do remember passing here, and I do remember the cows. Even then, we're getting in the canal and having a drink. But it's been a real pleasure to meet you both.
And you.
Lovely people, and the best of luck.
Thank you.
And Brian, you know, Brian at Bank Hall, lovely bloke, and his wife and what have you. And you know, I think he projected himself very well, but I think he's tiring a bit now.
Yeah, his business partner died of cancer.
Yes,
and that was the.
It made it hard for him.
Yeah, it made it very hard for him, and I think it's got just a bit too much.
I think it has as well, and I think he's making the right decision. And you'll see, I'm going to publish it tonight. Actually, I edited it this morning. I'm going to publish it tonight. But my visit to him yesterday, and then this will follow tomorrow. Because what I really want to do is get on a campsite so I can have mains power. Because I'm having to run my engine on the van just to charge up my leisure batteries, and it's costing me quite a lot of diesel.
Solar panels is what you need.
I've got solar panels. They work very well, but it's surprising how much this computer, when you're editing for 4 or 5 hours, it takes
it'll eat a lot of electricity.
It's like having a 60-watt bulb on all the time. Nice to meet you.
And you.
Okay. Thank you very much indeed.
You're very welcome.
Thank you. Bye-bye. I managed to reach East Marton to be told that the pub is closed, finished, and it might be open again in a few months, and also to say that the bus service which goes along the A59 towards Skipton or Gargrave, that's finished too. And Kathy, who I met, we've left her husband sat having a cigar while she's just running me back to Gargrave, which is very nice. So I'm going to buy him a bottle of Chardonnay for what Kathy's doing, and that's running me back to my van in Gargrave. So I can't thank you enough for this.
No problem, it's a very rough track.
Oh, don't worry about that. Is it like this all the way to Gargrave?
No, no.
I mean,
no, this is the bridle way.